Hi guys, welcome back to the Parents Uncensored YouTube channel. Today I have Brooklyn here and she is going to be getting her hair done. Now she did have a style-in yesterday and I'm kind of half refreshing, half redoing it. I did already detangle the bottom part of her hair off camera because she doesn't always enjoy it. So it's already wet and been detangled. I'm just running the brush through it. We are, again, using our Easy Detangler brush. Doesn't focus the best there, and it's upside down, but you get the point. I've used it in a couple other videos. It's our favorite brush. We got it off of Instagram. They have a whole page. You guys can find it there. I'm sure you can just Google it, and it will probably come up there, too. So I'm going to go in with our Eco Styler gel. Now, this works great for the girls' hair, but I have heard other people tell me who have like type 4 hair, 4C mostly, that it does not work for them. It does not hold their hair down. I know there are some other great products out there. This is just personally what works best for my girls' hair. So I'm just going around the edges of her hair here and spreading it out, and then I'm going to go in with a different brush. Oh, wait. First, hair ties. I use those Goody hair ties. They're the only ones I use. I get them from Walmart. They're 98 cents for the pack, and they're the best ones ever. They're the only ones that don't snap all the time and break on me. And then, like I said, I'm taking a different brush here, and I'm really just going to smooth everything out and work that gel into her hair so I can get it fairly smooth. There will still be some bumps in it just because, as you can tell, she's very wiggly. She's got her sucker and her tablet because I have to get her to sit still somehow, and that's usually it with bribes. There's Olivia peeking in the video. She was sitting right here watching, and she kept trying to sneak in the video. So I'm just putting a simple ponytail in there. It's already parted from her previous hairstyle about halfway through her hair. I do double up on the rubber bands to get it pretty tight so that it will stay. This type of stuff will last in her hair for a few days. She is a little bit rougher on hairstyles because she doesn't like to keep her bonnet on at night, and she likes to roll all over the carpet and all that stuff. So I'm just going to go back into the ponytail and comb it out really good. Make sure there's no tangles in there because it'll only get worse. Then I'm going to go in with the Cantu Kids Curling Cream. I really like this. The consistency of it is pretty good. It's pretty thick. It does what it needs to do. It smells good, and it's also not ridiculously priced. I found it at Walmart. I'm sure there are plenty of other places that you can get it. And then I'm really going to work it into her hair here. I kind of put way too much on accident, so that's kind of why it looks like that. But it'll all dry. It won't like look white like that once it's dry. And so with this, to get more of a defined curl, I'm really going to go in with individual strands and just run them through my fingers. I still have the curling cream all over my hand. So if I just run it through my fingers like that, it's going to give a really more defined curl than it would if I just like plop it on there. You can see just how tight her curls are when you really let go of them and they spring right back up to her head. I don't always do this if I want like a fluffier look, but sometimes it also helps with keeping it not so tangled, I think. And Brooklyn's hair is actually really long too, as you could see there. Again, the shrinkage is kind of out of control. I'm taking some scissors here, and I'm going to cut the old hair ties out of Brooklyn's hair because when I do a couple of them, it's impossible for me to like pick them up. I have no nails, So it's impossible for me to get a hold of them and get them out of her hair. So I find it easier just to cut them. Obviously, I have to be super careful so I don't cut her hair. So with this, yesterday I had like the 2 little ponytails on the front, and then I just had the back down, but it got so tangled because, like I said, she's a wild sleeper, and she's just likes to roll around on the ground and stuff. So putting it in that second ponytail really helps keep it from getting so tangled. So then this hair is dry. I'm going to go back in just with some water here in a minute, clip that out of the way, spin her around. She wanted to show you her sucker. So I'm going to take that, and I'm just going to spray some water on it. There's Olivia again. And back in with the Easy Detangler brush. By the way, that's totally not sponsored. I feel like I don't need to say the whole name every time. They don't sponsor me. I paid for the brush. They don't send me free things. They probably don't even know I exist. And then I'm going to go in with a different comb and really just kind of smooth it out and get all those tangles out. It is parted kind of weird and not the best because, again, she doesn't sit still. But I just took a small section of hair, and I feel like it helps it look, I don't know what I want to say. It looks like it has better volume if I do that other little ponytail in the front. Also, she's got some shorter hairs up there. She's got a couple spots on her hair where it's like super long, and I don't know how it grew so much more than the rest of her hair. But I'm going back in with the Eco Styler gel here just to try to get around those edges and try to flatten it out a little bit so we don't get a million flyaways. And I always comb the hair like 100 times before I actually put the ponytail in case you haven't noticed that. I'm going to go back in with my rubber band, and this might totally be crooked. I can't remember. Because it's a lot harder than you think to sit completely sideways and not be able to see half of what you're doing so that I'm not like taking up the whole camera view. And I got a little piece stuck in there that wasn't supposed to be in there, so I had to try to pull it out and not make her cry. And I usually pull them tight. I've actually seen multiple people say that you really shouldn't pull the ponytails tight because it puts too much tension on their scalp and stuff, which, I mean, I don't think they're overly tight to me because, you know, they don't complain most of the time. Sometimes if I braid their hair, they'll complain that it's too tight, but I'm going to go back in again with some water, and there was like 3 strands of hair right here that I completely missed, and it was making a line in the part that should have been in the other ponytail, so I chopped them off. Also, don't recommend that. Don't just cut random parts of the hair, but her hair's so thick that you can't even tell. So I'm going to go back in, get this wet, and detangle it all. This brush works really well to kind of get everything smoothed out and together so that there aren't a bunch of flyaways. It's got one side with some harder bristles and then some softer bristles. So I'm taking that first ponytail there, and I'm just going to kind of put it together with the other one, put a little bit more gel on the outside there so that we can smooth it all into one ponytail. Then we're going to go back in one more time with the curling cream and just kind of do the same thing that we did with the first ponytail to really define those curls. Then I'm going to go in with this little double-sided comb here. One side is almost like a toothbrush on the end, and then there's like a really fine tooth comb on the other. I'm just going to go around one more time because she does get a lot of flyaways. She's got a lot of little baby hairs still, and I like to smooth those back down, even though they'll be back out 20 minutes from now. But I'm I'm going to spin her back around. And then I'm going to go in. This part is completely not necessary if you don't want to do this, but I do it anyways. I like to smooth her little baby hairs down. And that's pretty much it. I have to usually do quicker hairstyles with her because she's less likely to sit still for a super long time. Make sure that you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to see more videos like this, we will be back. Thank you. Bye.